Alright, back at it again. Trish did some bullshit. Raptor Jesus on his cross of rock. That's a lot to unpack. It's like you didn't even try to understand me either. I forgot what was exactly said, actually. Is there anything you want to add? Like how she's not worth the oxygen. But if this is really all about Fang... Yeah, I turned to the pitiable purple punk rocker. You're not the only person in the world. Maybe Reed was onto something. I think I finally get it. Look, Trish, maybe we didn't start off right, and yeah, I guess I can be kind of an asshole. She looks up at me, surprise written on her teary-eyed face. I didn't mean to drive you and Fang apart or anything. I just wanted to be Fang's friend. But after what you fucking did, fucking digging up my past, airing it to every senior, and all for Fang, she's outside the door thinking this is all her fault. That got a response from Trish. Her head dipped down and her fingers curled into the hem of her hoodie. Maybe it's all your fault for being such a bitch. Maybe it's mine, I don't know. But it sure as shit isn't Fang's. Another choked sob racked her body and the tears started anew. I'm sorry for being a poor friend to you, but after what you did, I don't know if I can forgive that. Spears nods in approval, a fatherly grin stretching his cheeks. And hopefully he won't stretch mine. That was well said, son. You've come a long way since your first day. You can leave. Take the rest of the day if you need it. I raise from my chair and make for the door. But I'm stopped by what Trish just muttered. It's my fault. I'm sorry. You should tell that to Fang. Right before I clamp my hand on the doorknob, Spears speaks up. And don't think I didn't notice. Uh-oh. I slowly turn back to him. My door is always open so I can share some quality anime. I opened the door to see Fang again, expression complex, leaning against the door's frame. Reed has taken my place beside her with a comforting arm around her shoulder. If this was any other situation, I might have felt a bit jealous. Hey. A heavy sigh escapes my lips. Hey. Doing okay, bruh? I'd frankly like to just disappear right now. I think I'll just go home. I can ditch if you need me to come with. Fang looks at the door to Spears' room for a bit, then back to me. Trish is probably having to call her parents right now. Fang probably heard everything in the office. I'll wait for Trish. You worried about her too? Fang turns her head down to her shoes. How could I not tell something like this was happening? You know it's not your fault. Doesn't mean I don't feel guilty about it. She picks her head up and to look at me in the eye. We should leave. You probably don't want to see her when she gets out. Actually, I think we should wait. Looks like you have something to say to her. Yeah, but there's something else I wanted to tell her, too. There is? There is. You sure you should be talking to her when you're still this upset? Oh, it's nothing bad, I promise. It's a good call. You can go first. Fang gives a small nod, and the three of us slide down the wall into sitting positions. The minutes pass. What do I even say to her? I'm not entirely sure either. Reed awkwardly toys with his tail in silence, suddenly a lot less contemplative than before. The clasped hands around my knees starts to leave red marks on each other. I can't find the energy to shift them. Aeons later, Trish emerges from the office. Her tears have become shiny trails reflecting the sterile light of the hallway. Hesitantly, Fang gets up to speak with her. That makes one of us. Let me check something. 1,000 views. Ain't that some shit? I never thought I'd get 1,000 views on one video on my channel. Shit. That makes one of us. For a while, the two just stared at each other. Eventually, why? Why the fuck did you do this to Annan? Do you actually think I'd be okay with this? Annan's just as much of my friend as you or Reed. That was something those douchebags who make fun of our band would do. I thought he was a bad influence. On you, the band. Everything is changing, Fang, and I don't like it. All because of Annan. Then why didn't you just fucking talk to us? Annan isn't some asshole trying to rip everything apart. I know what you told me, Fang, but you deserve better. He's not... I catch Trish throwing a glance my way as she cuts herself off. Look, I'm sorry, Fang. I was just trying to look out for you. Look out for me? I can make my own decisions. Fang sighs and rubs her temples. I'm taking a break from the band. Oh no. I watch as Trish's entire world shatters before her eyes. Reed's lack of reaction tells me they discussed this while I was in Spears' office. What? I need time to think. Wait. Bye. Fang turns away from Trish and starts walking away. I'll wait by the exit while you talk. Reed gets up as she passes by and begins to follow, giving me a thumbs up. Fucking Reed. Give you some privacy, amigo. Now it's just the two of us. I get up from my spot on the floor, pins and needles in my legs making it more difficult. Now what do you want? I fucked up too. That catches her off guard. I hope you can't hear this spacebar being pressed, because it's a little more loud than the other one. This is my fault too, you know. I played a stupid game with this instead of manning up and just talking about it. I stoned the fuck up and finally admit it to the world and myself. I like Fang. I like her, and I know that's what you're afraid of. I was never out to break anything up. I just like Fang. I want to help her. I never wanted to hurt anyone. Trish's eyes glaze over and stare at something in the distance, as if all of her worst fears came true. I guess in a way they did today. I'm done, Trish. I'm not gonna fight with you over this. I won't fuck with you, you won't fuck with me. I'm going home. I turn away from Trish as she buries her head in her hands again. Part of me wonders if she'll use that against me, but right now it just feels good to get it out of my system. As I begin looking for Fang, Reed stops me in the hallway. Made the right call talking it out, trust me, dude. Reed shuffles his feet a bit and scratches his neck. Gonna give you a bit of space after dealing with that. Time to think things over, you know? Suddenly he leans in and lowers his voice. You should tell him, bro. With a cryptic wink, he rushes off towards Trish. Probably to give her some kind of therapy. The same kind. I throw a quick glance back to see him pull in Trish for a hug. His turn to deal with her now. What did he mean by tell them? Tell them what? Does Reed? How did he? I guess it's kinda obvious. So much for privacy. Oh. He used those ear holes. I shake the thoughts from my mind and head in the direction Fang went. I can wait. I catch up to Fang near the front of the school as I mentally prepare myself for what's coming. Time for the walk of shame. As I make my way through the hall, I do my best to ignore the passing jeers from teens I don't even know. I guess it's already spread to the lower years, too. Fucking light speed capable rumor mill. Hey, do the Naruto run. or whatever it is they do in that show. The original show and Shippuden, there's 1,000 episodes. A fucking 1,000. And I'm pretty sure... God, let me look up Boruto. Is Boruto gonna do the same shit? Oh my god. 200. 1,200 episodes. It makes Dragon Ball Z look conservative. You know what I mean? Look at the pathetic weeb. As your 2D girlfriend, Annan. She's doing fine. Thank you. Need to borrow a jar. The pony jar will always be the worst thing ever made. God. That's what the jar should have been about. Your waifu's great and I love her. Thanks, Stella. I appreciate it. Not helping, Stella. I keep my head down and avoiding the looks from the mall. Shouldering open the door, I'm blinded by the morning sun's glare. Within an hour, I felt falling back to square one. Is it too late to transfer to another school? Fang steps to the stairs, phone in hand. I can call us a taxi or something, Annan. I nod at that, moving for the stairs. Hey, loser, think fast! I turn towards the voice, and the world slows down. My field of vision is filled with a soda can, and I freeze up like a deer in headlights. Catch it out of the air. Fuck it. The can smacks me in the forehead while I was mid-stride. And I shift my footing to try to regain balance. Except my foot catches on the edge of the stair lip and slips. Yeah, I don't think a soda can would hurt nearly as much as a dog food can. Yeah, those seem a lot beefier. No, pun not intended. Erg. Oh fuck, we need to split before the caveman gets here. You'd think nobody would try anything with that guy around. And my lungs feel like they're on fire. I think my feet touched the back of my head. I peel myself from around the bullard, feeling every bone in my body creak painfully. Oh god. There was a video of somebody who, I think, fell in that way that was described. Like, it's a blurry image in my head, but I remember something like that. Holy shit, you're alive. Am I? How? Nothing seems to be broken. I've been worse. But, you know what? Duck. Yeah, okay, never mind. just making sure. Holy shit, you're alive. Am I? Wow. Nothing seems to be broken. I've been in worse. Honestly, my ego's more injured than I am. Can you walk? Yeah, sure. This is nothing compared to field day back at my old school. I tried taking a step and my knee involuntarily twists in a direction it's not supposed to. Suddenly I'm doing the Seth MacFarlane pose again. Oh, no. Let me help you out. She tucks her arms around my shoulder and pulls me to my feet again. Let's just get to the bench over there. The taxi will be here in like 5 minutes. Using Fang as a second foot, I eventually make it to the bench. I still can't bend either leg, so I just sort of splay against the sidewalk. Fang sits on the other end and starts digging through her pockets. I think I heard somewhere that nicotine relieves a bit of pain. I think that's emotional pain. I could use a smoke right about now, in front of the school. Fang retrieves one of the cigarettes from the crumpled pack and sparks it to life with her pink lighter. She takes the first draw, then hands it to me. I inhale slowly, my chest aching as my lungs fill with wonderfully numbing nicotine. The minty taste and the cool sensation settling over my skin does help to relax my painfully tense muscles.
Well, that's the way a cigarette should taste. Better drag, more flavor, less throat burn. That's the red apple way.
God. Before I know it, the cigarette in my fingers is nothing but a smoldering filter. Looks like our ride's here. A grimy beater of a taxi pulls up to the curb, driven by an equally grimy velociraptor. Clearly one of the three left operating in the city. Fang helps me to my feet and over to the cab, opening the door so I can shamble in. Shit, kid, you look like you got in a fight with a steamroller and lost. The only thing that reminds me of is him from Powerpuff Girls. Like, if that's a reference to something, I don't get it. I don't think I've ever seen anything like that before. God, that's gross. Now, where are you heading? Where are you kids heading on a school day? Maybe the hospital? Home. Sure thing, kid. Got the address. 237 South Street, Hammond Street. The driver sucks in a breath through his teeth. Skid Row, eh? Well, I can take you as far as the edge of the neighborhood, deal? Yeah, whatever, just take me home. Cab speeds away from the school. I still can't believe that Trish would do something like that. The cab driver lets out a laugh. You got your ass handed to you by a girl, didn't you? I wish. I don't bother responding while Fang kicks the back of his seat. You're gonna make him get in a wreck. Yeah, I didn't want to tempt much anyways. Why doesn't the driver want to drive all the way to your place? It can't be that bad, right? Oh, that reminds me. Hold this for me. I toss my pocket knife into Fang's lap. She looks at me with a nervous smile, like she expects a punchline. Oh, joking. Kinda. Haven't needed to shiv someone yet. Talking hurts, breathing too. Each breath I take feels like my ribs are gonna shatter. Fang must have noticed since she keeps silent after that. Alrighty, end of the line. That'll be $15 even. There's still a few blocks we gotta walk. Manage to limp out of the car, and Fang drops a few crumpled bills in her seat and slams the door behind her. The car peels out and disappears around the corner. No place to go but home. You still can't walk, right? I can probably make it a good 50 yards. Give me your shoulder. Don't worry about. Ignoring my protest, Fang wraps my arm around her back for support. Where are we going? Fang first turns right up here. Fang is coming over to my place. Fang is coming over to my place. Fang is coming over to my place. I don't want her to see how I live. There's Funko Pops everywhere. There's a big Hulk one in the corner. Crap, did I leave Saturnia on? See, that implies it's a show instead of a game, and I don't... It got an OVA. Let me play this for 1 second. Okay, 20... What's going to happen? Neptune? Resist? Oh, okay. Hyperdimension. Okay. So it did get a show. Or did it? I don't think it did. I don't think it started out as a show and then became a game. I think it started out as a game and then got a show out of it. Let me give my key. I awkwardly fish around for it in my pocket, hand weighed down by some cheap first aid stuff from a nearby liquor store. This stuff wasn't necessary. Shut up. Open the door. Finally managed to find my key wedged between my leg and wallet. Fang takes the key from me and opens the door before I can think to throw it out the broken window nearby. No turning that back now. Welcome to Casa del Shithole. Occupancy a miserable weeb. Seriously, what is that? I didn't notice the cross before. Lord forgive me for I'm about to jerk off to Anime Yuri compilation number 20. Raptor Jesus threw me a bone at least. There's no dirty dishes stacked in the sink. The trash is mostly empty save for a discarded box of cereal. And my monitor is not displaying something Saturnia related. So if he's watching a dino parody of Neps, and at the beginning of the game he called them Meteor Dodgers, it's like calling a black queen a specific female variant of a specific word. You know what I mean? We're turning White Boy Summer into Black Queen Summer, alright boys? That's what we doing. I need to watch White Boy Summer and see what that actually is. And the rules and regulations. The entrance isn't big enough for both Fang and I, so I leave her supporting shoulder and limp my way to the twin-size mattress on the floor. It's so tempting to just drop face first like usual. I don't think I'd survive the shock of the fall. Nice place. Wow, your room is so cool. Men live like this and really don't see an issue. You don't have to stay, I just want to curl up in bed and sleep my sorrows away. It's 10 in the morning. And you're fucking hurt. At least let me try to patch you up. You don't... Fang's glare makes my mouth click shut. Fang sets the bag of ice packs, Icy Hots, and... God, Shaquille O'Neal is gonna bust in through the window or some shit and talk to us about Icy Hots. Icy Hots and Saber Balm. I would love to see more. Okay, that implies there's like saber cats running around this city on my computer desk while something catches her eye. Is that the phone Roomba you bought a while back? You actually kept that thing? Fang is standing over the shoebox I've been using to hold my pet. I've put in a few wooden blocks for it to pump around. Why? Can't you just shut it off? Can you go ahead and feed him for me? What the fuck? With this box of cornflakes? Yeah, 2 or 3 will do. And you taped your railgun on the top of it. If you look close, I gave him angry eyebrows too. Why? Mom never let me have a pet, and he's cute. He? Don't make fun of Metal Gear Rainbow. Or else he'll shoot you. He's armed with tiny, angry marine munitions. Fang crumples up some of the flakes and pours the crumbs into Ray's box. I can hear it happily ingesting breakfast from my bed. You're such a dweeb. There's no heat in her words. Fangs turns to me, the small tub of disgusting green stuff in hand. Let me see where you're hurt. No way in fuck. Now. When did Fang learn the patented mom glare? She had a good teacher, I guess. Take off your shirt, but my man titties, though. Take it off or I'll cut you with your knife, or I'll cut it off with your knife. Fine. I step into my... God? Are you here to punish me for my sins? What do you mean you got rid of the dinosaurs for a reason? Otherwise these sins would occur. I step into my tiny shower stall and turn on the water. The shower head sputters before it starts weakly spraying lukewarm water. God. Oh, that's like a reflection, I think. The temperature of the water doesn't help the tension in my muscles or the bruises marring my skin. I stretch around and see a massive blotches of purple and black splottered across my torso. God. Each contusion is hot to the touch under my fingers and the pain is intense. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry, but I gotta. The worst is across my chest where the bollard hit me. I eventually get finished examining my wicked wounds and step out of the bathroom. Fang is on her phone doing Raptor Jesus knows what. She's so cute. Fang then pats the bed. Okay, there we go. Come here. I walk over and lie down on my stomach. Jesus, that's bad. Like, I must have fell like a motherfucker. Like, there must have been a bruh sound effect. Like the second I went limp. And an explosion and a giant explosion at the end of it. Then I felt a cold cream and soft touch on my back, along with a massive jolt of pain. Fuck. Are you alright? Yeah, I just didn't expect it to hurt that bad. Just try to relax. I sigh and try my hardest not to freak out when she touches me. She eventually finds a sweet spot of pressure to apply. It still hurts a little, but it doesn't cause me to wince. Her hands are soft. I find myself relaxing under Fang's ministrations. Starting to feel better now? I nod. My eyes feel heavy as the ointment begins to warm up, drawing away tension from my aching muscles. I can make out a steady thumping on the bed. My senses fade more until all I'm aware of is Fang's fingers tracing circles over my sore back and the sound of thumping. I wonder what it is. It's obvious what that is. Fang's hands slow to a stop and eventually pull away, leaving me disappointed. The bed shifts. Hannon? There's something in her voice, but I can't discern it. Yeah? I need to do the front. No. Listen, sometimes when you're in bed, you're not able to lie on your stomach. Oh. Okay, then I'll roll over on my back. I find myself face to beak with her. Dangerously close. I can feel her breath on my lips and I blush. It never even occurred to me that I could apply the ointment on myself. I wanted to look aside. Turn my face away to hide the growing blush. But I can't. I'm entranced looking into Fang's warm amber eyes. Millions of words flash through my head as I try to find something to say. Fang is looking right back. Eyes that seem to glow with that little sunlight filling the room stared into mine. I wonder. I hope. Do you like me, Fang? Hannon. I like these drawings. I'm pulled out of my thoughts by her voice. Fang's blushing heavily now, too. And her tail is positively hammering away at my bed. Wait. Oh, fuck. Did I? What? Did I say? Yeah. Oh, he said it out loud! Oh, God. My head sinks back into my pillow. Fuck. A snort escapes from Fang's beak. You're such a fucking dweeb. Her fingers brush lightly across the largest bruise on my chest, without ointment. You mutter from time to time. I didn't start noticing till our date. I groan aloud. So the entire time, yeah, it's kinda cute. Raptor Jesus on his cross of rock. So for months now, I've known, and Fang leans over. Wait, did I show this? Fang leans over me with her hand braced next to my head in support. I like you too. Fang's hand moves back to my chest, resting just over my machine gun beating heart. Her head slowly descends towards mine. And before we can start trying to figure out how human dino tonsil hockey is played, Fang's weight begins to press down behind her hand, which is dead center of the most serious bruise on my chest. Fuck! I'm spilling my water. Fuck! Oh shit, sorry. I managed to catch my breath. I'm okay, just ow. My hand wraps around Fang's. Maybe something else? That won't stress these. I nod at the blemishes across my chest. Like hug? Maybe? I don't know. What? I'm cut off by Fang moving closer to me again. I scrolled up and it goes backwards. You can just scroll? That's incredible! So what were they talking? So I can just go back and reread it in case I blank out for a second and miss context of what the hell the characters are talking about. I'm cut off by Fang moving closer to me again. Her arm shifts, moving from my chest to my shoulder. Her wing drapes over the both of us, becoming a soft and warm blanket of feathers. And her head lands next to mine, sinking into our now shared pillow until I'm eye to eye with her. Cuddling it is. I smile and nod. Even if Fang is now laying on top of my arm and I'm starting to lose feeling of it, ugh. The feel of her warm body pressed against my side is definitely worth it. And between that warmth and the plush wing blanket, my eyes grow heavy again. Fang's already started to snore right into my ear. Fuck it, I close my eyes and decide that sleeping with Fang is easily the best thing to happen to me. In a literal sense. And there we go. The next day I was about ready to get to school when Fang stopped me at the door. Told her I felt fine, but when I crumbled, after she poked my ribcage, I decided she had a compelling argument to stay. Fang and I ended up just watching movies and playing X-Rocks all day. I don't think I've ever seen Fang this morose, though. I didn't want to pry too much, even if we're dating now. Yeah, I wasn't lying, boys. Although I have a distinct hunch it's related to the band and Trish. Today, though, I bit my tongue through Fang's chest poke test, and she let me go. I know she'd stayed the day before to keep an eye on me, but she still didn't want to go today. I made her promise to not start preening again before I left. I know picking up her missed homework will cheer her right up. Now that I finally have some time to myself, I can properly address something I've been meaning to. The alarms. A girl is staying in my house. How did this happen? How did I go from never being in a relationship to having a chick sleep over in less than 2 days? Oh, if anybody finds out, Fang's father, Naser, Trish, all collectively splattering me on the wall. Stick page. Stick page, man. God, I hope everything off that site was archived, because there's good shit on there that I don't think you would really find on any other, that I've never really found on any other site that I browsed as a kid. Stick figures getting murdered, man, in horrible, horrible ways. That's special right there. It's a special childhood. It's not like I can ask for advice either. The only other people I can ask are all hopelessly single and probably living off government benefits. My heartbeat doing Fang's chest poke test from the inside is a good indicator that I need to calm the fuck down. Just get through today and check out some romance manga on the way home. The school is as rowdy as ever. Somehow nobody confronts me about the events of 2 days ago. I think... Listen, man, they're Zoomers. Alright? Man, the people here move on fast. Maybe I should take the side route. Getting bumped would probably feel like getting gored. It's a roundabout way to reach my locker, but I got plenty of time. Yeah, I got time. There you are. Oh, God. I turned to say Naser pushing through the crowd of students towards me. At least I can talk to him about the whole situation. Or ask him for advice on how to handle Fang. Listen, Naomi is somebody else's daughter, you know what I mean? And he probably finger-banged her behind the bleachers. To this day, I would still like to finger-bang Rarity behind the bleachers. Good times, man, good times. Wait. Naser's sister, Fang. The Fang who skipped school and is spending the day at my apartment. And never went home for the past 2 days. Suddenly, I feel like a fish being circled by a very Naser-shaped shark. With his little thing on the top of his head. How do I even begin to explain to him? Hey, Naser, what's up, buddy? Naser grabs me by the jacket and shoves me against the wall of lockers. God, he looks pissed. My everything. Where the hell is Fang? Whoa, hey, whoa, buddy, whoa, hey. She ditched with you the other day and hasn't come home since. I love this game, man. This is amazing. I've never been so invested in a video game story. Do you know what I've had to put up with because of you? Everything you do with Fang is my fault for letting it happen. Why didn't you go to my apartment then? Why didn't you call me? Whatever. You're lucky she texted me yesterday. Okay, never mind. You'd think they'd do that on the first day when she, like, in the evening. Well, I think you're supposed to get... It's 2 o'clock when school lets off, that I remember. And, so, you'd think around maybe 3 or 4 o'clock. They go, hey, where is she? Oh, we should probably go to Annan's apartment and ask him where she's at. Or something, you know, on the first day. You're lucky she texted me yesterday. Dad was about ready to file a missing person report for her. Look, Naser, let me explain. You'd better before I drag your ass home and make you tell it to my dad instead. The terrifying prospect is enough to make me pause. Fang is staying at my apartment, but Naser's eyes shoot up like it's the one answer he didn't want to hear. Let me finish, but it was her idea after I fucked up my chest during an express trip down the stairs. She wanted to make sure I was alright and wouldn't take no for an answer. Naser sighs and releases my clothes, but the scowl stays on his face. Is that all that happened, Annan? I mean, we played some video games, but all that happened? We didn't do anything, if that's what you mean. I swear, she couldn't even kiss me because of the stupid bruise. What? Oh look, I'm getting shoved into my locker again. How did that happen? I hiss in pain as Naser's fist pressed me against the locker. Why would Fang kiss you? I swear to Raptor Jesus. I told Fang I like her. Shit, I said that out loud. Naser freezes. You already know this. And the color drains from his face. What color? Then he shoves me back into the lockers as hard as he can. Fuck. A few students start turning their heads. God, Naser is still frozen in place, staring at his outstretched hands with a 1,000-yard stare. Isn't that the track team leader? He's beating on that loser from the presentation, right? Hilarious. I could visibly see Naser's thoughts process on his face as he finally comprehends our current situation. He regains control of his legs and hurriedly rushes through the crowd, pushing aside a few students. One or two classmates glance at me again, then continue on their way. While I'm checking for any more broken bones, my phone buzzes. Anyone beat you up yet? Yes. No, on an unrelated matter. Have you spoken with Naser recently? I told him I was staying here yesterday, but haven't checked his responses. Is she not going to... Wait. Did she go to school with me today? Or is she still at my apartment? She's probably going through everything on my Plex server right now. It's like... What is all this shit? Gazea specials, Manu Higginchow, Queen's Blade, Valkyrie Drive. What is all this shit? Why do I need to kill him or something? I like this. I like this a lot. Not yet, just thinking it might be a good idea to get in touch with them when you feel like it. Just saying. When you can get on it. I might feel like it after I stop raiding your fridge, or there's nothing in there. Die. Shit, now I'm not gonna have enough soda to last the week. I'll worry about that when I get home. Today needs to end now. I have a backpack full of missed assignments, including Mr. Suki's essay on the history of typefaces. Who the fuck cares about typefaces? Worst samurai English teacher ever. Yeah, it sounds to me like he teaches you English more than English. My ribs are burning as I heave a sigh. At least I can go home now, where my hot potato GF is waiting. That face when no potato GF, man. My hot potato girlfriend, who may or may not be having a mental breakdown in my apartment. And I have no idea what to do with a fucking girlfriend. All these hours of dating simulators have not adequately simulated dating in the least. Really? What was that game where you just... Gangaro Girlfriend, that was it, I remember that. Just as I exit the main doors of Volcano High, my phone buzzes against one particularly bad bruise on my leg. How unlucky. Fingers crossed it's Fang. Naser, we need to talk. Naser, meet me in the auditorium. I'm about to die. I'm going to die. You're going to die, Weeb. Naser's looking for your Weeb ass. Who would have thought that just one weird little comic about a guy getting spanked with a paddle would cause this entire phenomenon to exist? Like, that word had nothing to do with anime, I don't think. It's just a bunch of guys calling a guy a weeaboo, and they just start spanking his ass with a paddle for no reason. And best get it over with now. I meander my way to the school's auditorium. Some of the lights are off when I get there, but I can make out Naser's outline sitting on the front row. How cinematic. He doesn't turn to look at me when I enter or walk down the aisle. He's hunched over with his head resting in his hands and glances at me from the side. Some of the lights are off when I get there, but I can make out Naser's outline sitting alone in the front row. God, it's going to end up like Dean in Fallout New Vegas. Like Dean Domino. He doesn't turn to look at me when I enter or walk down the aisle. He's hunched over with his head and glances at me from the side. You all wanted to talk to me? I fold down the seat next to his. Funny, this is the same seat as the one I was in a few days ago. Why did you call me here? Just let me think. He fixes his gaze at the stage curtains. I can see the gears in his head turning, but his expression is telling me he doesn't actually know what he wants to do. I shouldn't have pushed you earlier. Sorry, it was a moment of weakness. Don't worry about it, I can take a hit or two. He silently nods. When you told me Fang could kiss you because you told her your feelings, I can't really describe it. Don't take it the wrong way, but my mind just screamed at me, worst case scenario. Why's that? Because it's my sister we're talking about here. Fang said she likes me too. So we're dating now, I think. Fang clasps his hands up to his chest. Dating even. Sweet Raptor Jesus. Why are you so surprised? I told you months ago I liked her, didn't I? Yeah, you told me you liked her. I never expected her to like you back. Explain yourself. I don't know how this happened. I mean, I barely even had friends before, let alone something romantic. I don't know how this happened. Why would anyone want to go out with me? Me, Naser, me! I wouldn't go out with me. I have no idea what I'm doing. Naser leans back with a hand holding his beak. You're worse off than I thought. Breathe, man. I am. It hurts. It hurts. Geez, at this rate, I'm going to be more concerned for you than Fang. Like, thinking about being with Fang, a part of me is fucking exuberant to the point of being higher than Reed. Reed! But when I start thinking about how I don't know how to date, and get so worried that I feel like I'm gonna get vomit. And then there's my heart beating so hard, and the fucking bruise, and everything is fucking fuck, Naser. Breathe! Breathe, man, breathe! I finally notice those black spots in my vision and gasp. My lungs exploded pain, and I falter back against my chair for support. Is this a panic attack? Naser, I think I'm having a panic attack. My head snaps to the side, and a fresh stinging pain blossoms on my cheek. I take the seconds of intense pain to focus and collect myself. Did you just slap me? Yes. You calm now? Not really. Would another slap help? I'm calm. You got it bad, Anon. Got what bad? You're in love with Fang. How's that bad? Fang, you need both help. You both need help at this point. Now that's just uncalled for. It's true, last thing you need is to be romantically involved. What if that's exactly what we need? Let me just get this straight. You've never had a girlfriend before? Yes. Ever? Yes. Why? Aside from being sad, that just makes it really not a good idea to go with for what seems like such a poor combination. That a challenge? What are you even paying attention? I could be a great boyfriend, just you watch. Oh my god. You know what? You may be right. Maybe just the thing Fang needs is someone to support her. I clearly can't do anything, and neither can our parents or anyone we know. Back to a few days ago, she did shield you from the crowd and get you out of the auditorium. I brushed it off, but it's clear that she cares for you. So you know what, Annan? I'll trust you. The what? Naser gets up from his seat, motioning for me to follow. I'll help you get to know Fang a bit better. In return, you need to keep your promise of being a great boyfriend to her. Yeah, thank you, Naser. Where are we going, bud? You're gonna need some supplies. We're gonna assemble a team. I follow Naser to the parking lot where his half-beaten car waits. Listen up, because this is all I really know. Should I be taking note? First thing you should always have a great bag of dino nuggies in your fridge with her name written on it with a Sharpie. Dino nuggies. My tendies. Be warned, she counts them. You eat any, and it's all over. I climb into the passenger sheet as Naser revs up the Naze car. You're gonna need some barbecue sauce too. And none of the bargain bin stuff. Fang only likes top shelf dipping sauce. The car violently peels out of the parking lot. Naser continues to rattle off a checklist of do's and don'ts for Fang, even as he takes me around the various stores to stock up. If she ever says she isn't hungry, she is lying through her teeth. Most places don't know what you need if you say my girlfriend isn't hungry. Next, you either get a good supply of earplugs or say goodbye to your sense of hearing. Entirely, she can and will stay up until 2 a.m. listening to music on full blast. Naser tells me more information about Fang than I probably should have known. And lastly, she will rip your shirt at least once. Have spares ready. What? Oh yeah, this is actually my 5th jacket this semester. I see. So that confirms Naser is just colorblind if he keeps getting these fug ugly jackets. So I've got your blessing. If you help my sister. Of course, I'll be the best boyfriend ever. Let me... No, fuck. Fuck you. Stay. No. Fuck you, stay. God damn it. Yeah, that's good enough. You'd better, because otherwise it won't be me next time. What? Dad needs a new caddy. He'll probably ask you, and then you'll go missing. Ah, fuck. Yeah, tell me where your place is so I can drop you off. Naser hesitates when I give him my address. Skin Row. You know, I should have figured, but still. He speeds off in the direction of my apartment with all the grace of a semi-truck. Once we reach my neighbor... God, I can't stand it. There we go, that's better. Once we reach my neighborhood, his driving gets even more erratic. Never stopping at stop signs and staying just above the speed limit. Paranoid much? Naser finally comes to a stop in front of my building to let me out. Thanks for the ride, Naser, and for Fang stuff too. Naser's gaze is fixed on the building doors instead. Where is Fang's dad? You think he'd do some shit? So you're going up to see Fang now, huh? He's probably going to be in my apartment when I get up there. Okay, you know you can talk to her with me if you want. No, I mean, I can't leave my car alone in this neighborhood. Don't want something to happen to it, right? He tops it off with a less than genuine laugh. Your car has more dents than most of the ones around here. Also, I need help carrying all this stuff. There's like 4 bags. You'll carry it fine. Not with these crippling injuries. You slamming me into the locker didn't help either. It's a miracle I'm still able to breathe. Naser rolls his eyes. Fine, I'll carry the crap up, but only for a moment. Don't want my car getting jacked. Fucking triggers. He gets all the bags from the back seat, and I lead him up to the stairs to my place. Has Fang been doing alright here? Probably still a bit rattled. Wasn't in the best mood this morning either. Probably a good idea not to get confrontational or anything, yeah? Naser nods and I unlock the door. I hold the door open for Naser. He hesitates to enter, so I look in to see Fang sat on my bed, mashing away on the Duke furiously. It took me a second to remember that's what they called the original Xbox controller. She's sitting there playing Riddick or something. Naser? Don't freak out, he's just here to... Wait. You're... what? Why are you playing a rock band with a controller? You mean I was doing it wrong? And my account was locked. How did you even get that to start? I had a PS2 and a GameCube growing up. Did the original Xbox have... well, it had Xbox Live, so I think so. Yeah, that would make sense, actually, for it to have accounts with credit information in there. How did you even get that to start? Dude, your password was Rainbow. Tony Stark, motherfucker over here. Who cares about that? Why is he here? Naser waves dismissively. Rock band? I thought that was on 7th gen. The 7th gen being, I think, 360 and PS3. PlayStation 2, Wii. Then why is she using the Duke? That confuses the hell out of me. Is the 360 compatible with original Xbox controllers? You're welcome for the ride. I'll just be going now. Wait. He freezes halfway out the door. How much do you know? No. About me and Annan. Annan filled me in earlier. You what? Don't worry, he's cool. You weren't planning on telling Dad I'm here, were you? Where does her family think she's at? Did they tell her she's at Trish's or Reed's or something? Because that's the only reason my door didn't get busted in that I can think of, so... No, I wasn't. I'm serious, you can't tell him. He'd kill Annan. No, really, I wasn't gonna tell. I need to know for absolute sure. God damn it. Don't you trust me with even this? Naser inhales deeply and turns towards the door. Sorry, I'm going now. I won't tell, I swear. It's not that I don't trust you. He pauses again with his hand on the doorknob. Like Spears did numerous times in the past, I take hold of Naser's shoulder. I offer a reassuring smile and nod back towards Fang. Then what? Why do you hate me? I don't hate you. Every time I see those, your scars, I mean. I just remember that day. Oh, I guess the star's right here. What does that have to do with anything? It's my fault, isn't it? I lied to you and you got hurt. But it's like you don't even blame me, even though you should. Everyone depends on you. You're the star player at school, but it's in spite of your family instead. And because of it. You can't even bring yourself to hate me. All this time, that's what this was about? Fang wipes away a tear with her wings and nods. Naser brushes my hand off his shoulder and turns around. I don't hate you because I don't blame you for anything. Back then, we were only kids. I was 11, 12? I was always thinking I'd done something wrong because of how you acted differently since then. I thought you hated me. I mean, look at all the shit I've ruined for you. Band practices, shows, parties, hell, dates even. All I ever do is ruin things for you. And when I did, I always get told off by Trish. A part of me wants to groan at just the mention of her name. I think I did, since both Naser and Fang are looking at me. You idiot. Way to ruin the moment. Real smooth. You two are finally making progress. Remind me why we're dating again? He's your boyfriend. Cut him some slack. What's that supposed to mean? The siblings chuckle lightly at my expense. Things I do for people. Once the laughter ends, Fang looks at Naser. For all of Annan's faults, I do like him. Which is why I'd rather Dad not arrest him and kill him. I know I haven't been a good sibling, but I'm begging you here. I told you before, I won't tell. Just be sure to come home later tonight. Fang hisses and looks away. You are coming home tonight, right? Well, what? What? I need to stay and look after my idiot boyfriend. Fang withdraws her finger from the bruise on my chest. Again with the tests? What am I supposed to tell Dad then? Hell, what have you been telling him? That I've been staying at Naomi's place for a group project, okay. Like I said, that would make sense. Well, I can't say I'm staying at Trisha Reed's place, but Naomi. If I told Dad I was staying at Annan's place in Skin Row, what do you think would happen? Fair point. Are you actually okay staying here, though? Fang shrugs and looks away. Not bad, just boring when I'm all alone. Shit. And there's no tendies to eat here. God damn it. Well, let's fix that last part then. I got a questioning look from Fang as I take one of the grocery bags from Naser. Her eyes instantly lock onto the hefty bag of dinosaur-shaped chicken nuggets I take out. You gonna stay for dinner, Naser? It's gonna be candlelit. I want to, but... The loud blaring of a car alarm has Naser drop the rest of the bags onto the floor and rush out the door. The Naze car! Guess he wasn't wrong about the carjacking thing. Turn back to Fang, who's currently writing her name on a bag of tenders. Mine. Fang, you can't hog. Hiss. Did you just hiss at me? Mine. We ended up watching Top Spear. What kind of challenges would they do on that show? Until midnight. While Fang hogged her bag of nuggies. It said it too. I was ready for an uneventful day at school. In fact, I'd be extremely happy if it was. This entire week has been the most dramatic of my life. Even the walk to school was dramatic, with Fang escorting me if she was a Secret Service. In English class, I'm still trying to catch up with the rest of class. In any other class, I'd have been caught up, but Mr. Suki is an absolute slave driver. My phone buzzes, and I try to tell myself it's not worth getting distracted. The next question is on Sarah's history. However, I decided it's not worth it. Please tell me your morning is going better than mine. Could be better, why? I didn't even think of Trish. She hasn't seen me in 2 days and is trying to bother me with band stuff. She's really not taking a break well. And you're serious about quitting music and all that? What? Why would I quit music? Just taking off from the band for a while. think Trish gets the memo now. Apparently cold shoulder works wonders on her. You think it'll work for long? No. We'll have to make distance at lunch. Let's eat on the roof or something. Good idea. She doesn't respond further, so I turn my attention back to the assignment. Serif's font. Do they actually teach you about fonts in school? Serif fonts can be broadly classified into one of 4 subgroups. Old style, transitional, debone, and slab serif in order to blah blah. Just writing a review of what the hell is going on? Wait a minute. Okay, I don't know if you can see this, but that's the best I can do. There it is. I mean, it was on sale for it was like $10 instead of what it usually goes for. I'm like, you know what? I kind of want to see the end of the game myself. Even if I have to sit there and grind in an RPG that was released in 2019, I think. I'm not sure what you were thinking with that, but Mr. Alex Yeek. A post-paleo RPG. Beak. That's a pretty damn good pun, I'll say. I passed the assignment. After a torturous science period where Fang poked my bruises whenever she got bored, lunch came around. Fang and I got plates of country fried steak and start heading up the stairs, so she is at school. She's just avoiding Trish and Reed, I guess. Chattering around, possibly seeing a movie this weekend. Seemed like a Kong fan. Did Naser say that? Maybe, but come on, it looked like it'd be a great movie. Kong bros, I don't feel so good. Before I can retort, I hear footsteps rushing in from behind. There she is. Fang, I thought we'd be hanging out in the auditorium, you know, like usual. Fang doesn't even bat an eye and continues up the steps. Fang follows even as Fang starts taking the steps 2 at a time. Fang, come on. If the door was still there, I'm pretty sure Fang would have kicked it open. Instead, she quickly turns with a huff and starts to scale the ladder one-handed. Did they remove the door? What? Before Trish can climb it, I pull myself up the ladder awkwardly. Each step a rung as I need to pause, the rough movements causing bouts of pain across my chest. Trish growls as I take my time climbing up. Halfway up, I'm able to hand Fang my tray of food and scale the ladder at a slightly faster snail's pace. Once I'm at the top, I swing my legs onto the ladder, blocking Trish from climbing up too. Now I'm the rude bitch. How the tables have turned. Asshole, let me talk with Fang. Know any theaters with easily accessible fire exits? Just you kidding? Of course I do. Sweet, saves me some money. Can you do that? I swear to fuck. Fang, please, just say something. I can tell Fang is getting annoyed at Trish not taking the hint. Trish, I just don't want you to see you right now, okay? But why? I'm your best friend. She's getting into yard. I still need some time away after what you did. What about Reed? What about room drama? We can't perform with just the 2 of us. I think you should leave, Trish. But I think you aren't thinking straight. We need you to come back to Trish. Her voice is a calm fury, cold and collected and bitter. I'm trying to have lunch with my boyfriend that you just humiliated in front of everyone barely 2 days ago. I am perfectly capable of deciding for myself if I want to take a break. If and when I want to get back into the band, I will talk to you. For now, all you're doing is pissing me off and ruining our lunch together. Leave. Trish's jaw hangs open, a barely audible squeak of protest escaping her. I feel bad, man. She wipes a tear away with her jacket sleeve and shimmies down the ladder. I'm sorry. Fang waits until her footsteps quiet before letting out a sigh. That hurt. Fang's hand finds mine and grasps it. Her grip is feather light, and I can feel her shuddering breath as a shiver in her palm. I offer her silent reassurance, my fingers curling around her hand softly. Do you think I fucked up? I consider for a moment. While Trish did mess up big time, she's still Fang's best friend. It wasn't all malicious, just misguided. Maybe some time apart will help both Fang and Trish. Maybe, but I know you can hear this, though. Fang simply rolls her eyes, because I speak out loud like an idiot. Such a dweeb. Yep. Still, she's held my hand the entirety of lunch, which was nice. But it made eating my mediocre steak fucking difficult. April 1st, Fang and I had been together for a month now. Things are going pretty well when we discount Trish's weekly attempt to talk with Fang. Rosa and Stella have helped with that. In fact, they've done a lot for our relationship. Between distracting Trish and giving us a space just to be together on the weekends, away from everyone. Only downside is that it's all the fucking gardening we have to do during our alone time. Still, things are good. And right now, I'm gonna win our prank war. She may have got me with that stupid kiss prank. How the hell she found a mousetrap that small, I'll never know. Oh, God. But I got her a special patchy treat for her today. For once, I can use my weebiness for the greater good. Hey, Sweet Tooth. That's a good name. Fang groans at the pet name. Honestly, that hurt me to say too. I consider using her mom's pet name, but after the last time, I didn't want to tempt her. Phase 1 complete. She's too distracted to check the box in my hand. Want to play the Pocky game? How do you play that? Well, I hold one of these. I take one of my green sugary sticks from the box and hold the plain end by my teeth. Between my teeth, then you have to take it with your lips and try to bite off as much as you can without touching my face. Fang narrows her eyes in suspicion and then cautiously moves her hand towards mine. It's just chocolate. She moves in and crouches down on the Pocky step centimeters from my face. Jackpot. Her face contorts almost immediately, and she spits it out on the floor. What the fuck is that? Where'd you even get those? I barely contain my laugh as Fang downs the rest of her coffee to get the taste out of her mouth. Let's just say Stella gets all sorts of weird snacks from Japan, like wasabi Pocky sticks. Fang looks ready to strangle me, but I still have one card left to play. Hey, I have amnesty for today, April Fool's. Payback for the mousetrap from the other day. She growls at that and jabs me in the shoulder. I guess I deserve that much. Before I can make my retort, an announcement comes in over the speakers. Alright everyone, listen up. Next month will be what is possibly the highlight of your time here at Volcano High. Prom. That's right. I said it. Tomorrow we will be selling fucking tickets to prom. So get those formal fucking outfits ready. The PA system's ending shot. I'm glad I found that out. The PA system's ending chime ushers in a moment of complete silence. Then all at once the chatter starts. Oh my god, man. I gotta ask him to go with. I even have it dressed good enough. Tickets are pretty expensive. I'll pass this. Everyone seems excited about the sudden news. Proms, huh? Guess I wouldn't mind going if it's with Fang. What would she wear? Actually, scratch that. What would I wear? I can afford a decent outfit. So maybe I'll mail home and ask Dad for his old suit. Couple tickets are like $100 too. Sure can make it work if I needed to. Hey, settle down, students. He's back, boys. There will be plenty of time to scheme your night of debauchery later. We still have the lesson to get through. Finish this and then chatter all you need. The class collectively throws their heads back to groan. Oh, fiddlesticks. It's only 2 pages of particle physics. You have a spare railgun in your backpack? Professor Fernsworth passes out the assignment and returns to his desk for a quick nap. Particle physics isn't too hard, more tedious than anything. I should finish pretty quickly unless something comes up. Remind me, what's a quark again? Oh right, lab partners. About 15 minutes into the assignment, the 2 of us are just about done. We're making surprisingly good time. I hope they have a soundtrack download. And you said that the electrons hold the negative charge. Yeah. Can't imagine what I'd be using this crap when I'd be using this crap in real life. You never know, you might shrink one day and go into the quantum verse or whatever it was in Ant-Man. Yeah, and you might stop pretending you're live streaming on you, Snoot. Is you now still a thing? As far as you know, I might be giving you incorrect answers, you know. Sure. The teacher is making his rounds, checking all the students, and gets to our desk. Hello, Enon, Fang. And I think that might be it for now. So, next time, we'll see what prom is like.
All right, this cigarette tastes like fucking shit. And by the way, who chose this photo, all right? I have a double chin, all right? Nobody notices that crap.